Hello and welcome to you all. We are going to start this year 2022 with one more new series that is on Flutter. We will keep on uploading in other series also as per your request, but we will keep this particular playlist also in the running mode. And I already told you that whenever you start learning any new technology, you need to ask three very important questions to yourself. Number one, what exactly this technology is. Number two, what are the benefit of this technology, and number three, why I should learn this. So we will start our session with these 3 points, and later on we will jump into some very easy coding sample through which you will gain the practical knowledge of the Flutter. Including these 2 points, we will also learn that how you can do the basic setup to start the Flutter development on your machine, whether it's Mac or it's Windows. So without wasting time, let's start our new series and the first session that is on Flutter. Flutter is basically open source UI SDK that is developed by the technology giant Google, and that was released in the year 2017. It has the capability to target multiple operating systems like Android, iOS, Mac, Linux and Windows also. Not only that, with the help of Flutter, you can create application for multiple platforms, whether it's mobile device, tablet, websites and embedded system also. In the mobile device, tablet and the website, you can utilize the single code base of the Flutter SDK. So you can see it's a kind of very versatile system through which you can target multiple operating systems and multiple devices with the minimal amount of the code.
Single code base is one of the major benefits that Flutter SDK brings for you. With the help of single code base, you can target iOS, Android and the web application also. Flutter SDK provides you a very easy environment to target different devices like mobile, tablet and the desktop also. From the learning perspective, one very good point about Flutter is you need to learn only one language, that is Dart, and with the help of Dart you can write application for iOS, Android and the web platform also. Flutter environment takes lots of inspiration from the web development, so this attribute of Flutter makes learning curve little bit less steep for the web developers. Due to hot reload functionality of the Flutter, you need not to compile your application every time to see the reflection of the small code changes. Just you need to do the hot reload and your code changes will be reflected immediately. Underlying graphics engine Iskia makes graphics rendering really very fast in the Flutter applications. These are basically the high-level steps to complete the Flutter installation on your machine. As a first step, you need to download the Flutter SDK either from the Flutter website or from the GitHub. As the second step, you need to add the Flutter SDK path in your machine. And as a next step, you can validate your complete installation with the help of Flutter Doctor. Flutter Doctor is basically a tool that is provided by the Flutter ecosystem through which you can validate about any missing dependency that is still remaining for your Flutter installation completion. And once you have done the validation of your installation, the next step is to set up the IDE for the development. In the form of IDE, you can use either Android Studio or you can use VS Code also. If you are having a very high performing machine and you are not having any issue with the memory space, then you can go with the Android Studio. Otherwise, Visual Studio Code is a very lightweighted solution to do the Flutter programming. And once you are done with the setting up your IDE, you are ready to code with the Flutter environment. To install the Flutter SDK, you can open the given URL into the browser. In this session, whatever URLs are needed, they are already provided in the description, so you can copy them from there also. And once you open this URL into a browser, you would be able to see the screen that is currently shown in the video. So here you can find the 4 options: Windows, Mac OS, Linux and the Chrome OS. So whatever operating system you are having, you can select according to that. I am having right now Mac machine, so that's why I am selecting for the Mac OS first. When you will select the Mac OS, then on the next screen, you would be able to see this blue button through which you can download the Flutter SDK. There is one more option to download the Flutter SDK, that is via GitHub. When you scroll this page to the bottom, then you would be able to see that option also. So for now, we are using this first button to download the Flutter SDK. Click on this button and download the Flutter SDK. Once it is downloaded, then you can extract it anywhere. But the ideal location is you should be extracting it inside your hard disk, users, your username, and into the developer directory. And there you would be able to see the Flutter folder inside your developer directory. After extracting, you need to set the path of Flutter SDK. And on the same page on the screen, you can see that there is an option given on the third number that how you can set the Flutter path into your machine. So with the help of this option, you can set the Flutter path. And if you want to update the Flutter SDK path permanently, then you can click on the blue hyperlink that is shown in the middle of the page. And with the help of that, you can set the Flutter SDK path in your machine on the permanent basis. In case you feel any challenge in terms of setting the Flutter SDK path in your terminal, then I am also summarizing the steps for this. On the screen, you can see for the ZSH terminal onto your Mac machine, you can open the terminal, then you can run the command that is given on the number 2. Then you can add the path for the Flutter SDK where you have extracted that folder that you have downloaded from the Flutter website, and then you need to press the Ctrl X, and after that you need to run the command that is given on the number 4, and then you need to restart your terminal. And just to validate your installation, you can run that Flutter Doctor tool also, that is with the help of command that is given on the step number 6. And once you run the Flutter Doctor, then you can see that you will be getting the output exactly same as shown in the screen right now. So here you can see for some of the things your Flutter Doctor tool is saying that everything is installed perfectly, and for few of the things that are basically missing, it is showing as the red cross on it. So with the help of Flutter Doctor, you can validate that what are the dependencies that are still missing in your installation and what are the things that are perfectly installed. After validating your installation from the Flutter Doctor tool, now next step is to set up your editor. In the form of editor, you can use any of the option. Either you can choose Android Studio or you can choose VS Code. So for the demonstration purpose, we are using here Visual Studio Code. And to reach up to this page of setting up an editor, required URL I will be giving you in the description box. So to install the VS Code, you need to click on this blue hyperlink, and I am assuming that after clicking on that, you are able to install the Visual Studio Code on your Mac machine. Once you have your VS Code installation with you, the next step is to configure your VS Code with the Flutter and the Dart plugin. So for that, you need to open your VS Code, and then we will see what are the steps required to install Flutter and the Dart plugins. After opening the Visual Studio Code, you need to press Command Shift P, and in the search box, you need to select extensions, install extensions. In the extensions marketplace search box, you need to type Flutter to install the Flutter plugin. So I have already installed the Flutter plugin, so I am not seeing this blue button for the installation. But if you haven't installed that Flutter as you are opening the Visual Studio Code just after the installation, then you will be able to see this blue button also. And when you click on that blue button against the Flutter plugin description, then from there you can install the Flutter plugin and configure it into your Visual Studio Code. So you have achieved first milestone in this Flutter series. After completing the installation of the Flutter and setting up its ID, now everything is ready to see your first application in action. So again, open your Visual Studio, press Command Shift P. Then in the command palette, you need to select Flutter project. And as a next step, you need to select application as the type of your project. And then Flutter will ask you to provide the save location for this project. And after that, you need to provide the name to your project. Now press enter, and here it is. This is the code of your first Flutter application. To run this sample application, you need to select Run Without Debugging option from the rightmost top corner of the VS Code. And once you select this option, your application will start running by default on the Chrome emulator. So if you want to change this option, then you can see the red arrows that are given at the bottom rightmost corner of the VS Code, and from there you can change the option that in which simulator you want to run. So for now we are assuming that you have already Xcode installed on your Mac machine, and from the top search box you can select the required simulator. So just in case if after selecting the simulator option and after running the app you get the error message that iOS simulator is unable to connect, then you need to make sure one more setting. Then you need to open your Xcode, and inside the preferences you need to ensure that in the command line tool you have already set version 10 or above. So once these settings are in place, then you would be able to successfully run your application on iOS simulator. Till this point you have learned multiple things in this session. Now you know what exactly Flutter is, what are the benefits of Flutter, and why Flutter is the better choice over other cross-platform solutions. You also know that how to install Flutter SDK and how to set up your IDE for the Flutter development. So with these points of the learning, now here we are ending this first session of this Flutter series. Going forward we will learn that what exactly the interpretation of the different component of the Flutter project, and we will also learn about the widget layout of Flutter environment. So for now I'm closing this session. Till next session, stay motivated and keep learning with us. Thank you.